All right, here we are in the kitchen, and I have got a batch of strawberries. Now, we're going to take these and process them for making strawberry shortcake. Now, I did a video where I made jam, and I saved the tops for dehydrating, and I showed y'all about that. I showed y'all about the jam, but I forgot to do the one about the strawberry shortcakes. And guess what? Whenever I did them and we ate them, I never filmed that part of it. So that's what we're doing today. Is we're going to make strawberry shortcake. Now I'm just cutting the tops off. These do go in the dehydrator. You can save them because they will have little seeds on them, and you can use them to plant your strawberries during that season for your given area that you're in. Now I'm just setting these over to the side because after I cut these tops, now I did wash these and clean them. I will wash them again, and then I will cut them up again into smaller sections, and I'll show you that. Now here is our dehydrated strawberry tops from the last time I did this, and those will go in the dehydrator the same way, and then I'll put them in this jar and save them. And when it comes time to plant them strawberries, buddy, you better believe I'm going to be planting them strawberry seeds. Now we've got our strawberries all ready to go, and so what you see me doing here is I am getting these sliced nice and thin so that I can take them and put them in this bowl. And I will separate them out because I want, when I get ready to put the sugar in with these, I want them to be where they can absorb all of that sugar. So we'll get these cut up in nice thin slices, and I do cut them in pretty thin slices. I'll show you that in a minute. Now this is the size of the slice, and I do call this quick strawberry shortcake because I don't use a homemade shortcake base. I use the angel food cake that you can get that's sugar-free from Walmart, and or the little cups that you can get from Walmart in the 6-pack. And that's what I'll be using for this shortcut. So we're going to get all these strawberries cut up, and I'll show you the next step. Now that we've got all the strawberries cut up, I am going to, let's get this stuff out of the way first, but I'm going to divide these up into 2 different sections because this bowl is pretty full, and I wanted the sugar to be able to get down into the strawberries, and I don't want the strawberries sitting on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is spread them out where they're about less than an inch thick in the bowl, and then I'm going to add some sugar to this, and I'll show you that in just a second. Now I don't technically measure out this sugar, but I'll take about 2 to 3 of these spoons of sugar, and that is just the leveled out, pretty much not measured at all, sugar, and sprinkle it on there, and then I'll cover it up. And yes, I do store my sugar in canning jars. I use the wide mouth ones, and I typically don't have a problem with it getting hard in the jars or anything, and I just can't wait. So I ate a strawberry because I was getting pretty hungry here. So we're going to take these and stick them in the refrigerator now for a couple of hours while we're waiting. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to start prepping what we're having for dinner. Now I have had to have surgery, and so they told me I needed to eat a lot of protein, that hummus was good for me, ricotta cheese was good for me. I know I can have flour tortillas because they don't react with my body the same way bread does, and I'm allergic to a lot of breads unless I make my own. And so this is a pretty quick meal that I'll make up and have ready for my husband and I. And this came about, this is not a recipe anybody else has. So this is my own recipe. I took tortilla shells, laid them out, and I got some hummus, and I scoop it up on the back of my spoon so that it spreads really easy. And I'm going to spread it all over these flat tortilla shells. Now, I don't know if you know it or not, but I can't have tomato sauce because I'm allergic to tomatoes unless I grow my own tomatoes. Right now I don't have tomatoes, so I'm not eating tomatoes. because it's something that they put on the tomatoes when they get to the grocery store that causes me to be allergic to them. So, in saying that, I can use hummus. And it's not hard on your stomach, and it's actually very good for your body, and it is high in protein. And this is everything hummus, and you can get it from Walmart, and I really like it. And this is my idea of my pizza, a version of pizza that I just had in my mind when they said I could start eating again. I was gonna have this. I hope that y'all never have to have anything done with your intestines or anything like that. That's probably not a thing to talk about while we're cooking, so we're not going to go there on that one. But we're going to take and put ricotta cheese on here now and spread this out nice and evenly on all four of these yeah, I can't count today either. All four of these tortilla shells. And then we'll go on to the next step. Now, the next thing that I'm adding is pepperonis. And then after that, on top of the pepperonis, I am going to add some cheese. Because I could have all the cheese that I wanted. And so I was like, yay! I was excited. And so we're going to put, these are some little pieces of mozzarella cheese. So I didn't have a whole bunch of shredded cheese at the time, I don't think. Or either it was a Colby cheese that I had, that was shredded. So I wanted some mozzarella in there, so that's what I was putting on there. Now these pieces, you can make them any way you want to. If you want mushrooms on them, if you want vegetables on them, if you want whatever you want on them, if you want to make them barbecue pizzas, this actually works for just about any kind of pizza you can think of. I just like to use the hummus, or I like to use a cheese sauce or something like that when making them. Now I'm going to put some shredded Colby cheese on here. Oh no, that's a Fiesta blend, I think. And so, yeah, we're going Italian pizza with Mexican cheese, with whoever eats hummus. I guess Greeks. I don't know. Who eats the hummus a lot? Who came up with that? If you know, leave me a comment in the comments. I mean, a comment down below and tell me, because we just mixed it all up here because I was craving pizza at the time and just thought this would be really good. And so that's what we're doing here, is we are making our own pizza. And like I said, you could throw anything on these you want. If you want vegetables on here, throw vegetables on there. If you want mushrooms, onions, whatever, put it on there. Now, my husband likes oregano on his. So 3 of these are going to get oregano and one's not. I like the taste of the oregano, but my stomach really can't handle it, and so I just don't do it. Now, we'll put these in the oven and bake them for 375 degrees until they are completely done. Now, I like garlic pepper, and so that's what I'm putting on mine, and that's what my stomach can handle. And like I said, 375 degrees for about 13 minutes, and we'll see what these look like when they get done. And here's our little pizzas in the oven. They're not quite done. They take about 13 minutes to cook on bake at 375. All right, guys, here's our little pizzas already done, and I got them a little on the dark side because I was in there working on a video for y'all. So anyway, they're still gonna be good. Here we have our little angel food cake, and there's our strawberries that we've already mixed up with the sugar, and they've sat in the refrigerator for several hours until all the sugar is turned to a syrupy like stuff. And then we have our Cool Whip here, which is slightly frozen due to the fact I forgot to take it out of the freezer. But I like mine like ice cream on top of this, so let's put this together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of these strawberries and we're going to put them right here in the center of our little cup. And I'm trying to do this with one hand and hold the phone at the same time. Probably be best if I turn the phone like this. Okay, now we're going to get a scoop of our... Let me put this down and do it, and then I'll show you what it's going to look like. All right, here we are with our little strawberry shortcake put together. And this looks amazing, and it tastes amazing. Yep, it sure does. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope to see you real soon. Give us those 2 thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you real soon here at What the Tuckers.